An ancient silence holds a truth you've forgotten, a law of the universe not written on crumbling stone or whispered in the hurried chaos of our time. It's a primal heartbeat, a deep, resonant hum that every great soul, every awakened civilization has recognized and lived by. This is the law of reclamation. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel, link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. The profound, aching simplicity of this law lies in a man's seed, his very essence, his undeniable, palpable connection to the divine act of creation. You see, the act of holding that seed is not a restriction. It is an enlightenment. It's not merely holding back a brief, passing pleasure, but rather grasping the very blueprint of life. The condensed essence of existence itself. The same boundless energy that sparks a new human being into existence is the identical, undifferentiated force that can forge empires, birth masterpieces of art, ignite inventions, and carve out a legacy that will resonate long after your body returns to dust. Yet, the modern world has cunningly laid a trap, a blinding, seductive deception. It encourages you to throw away this priceless, sovereign power, to be consumed by a flickering, momentary lust. You are made to believe that the release is a relief, a natural necessity, utterly unaware that with every unconscious dissipation, you are draining not just the vitality from your physical form, but the fire from your spirit, the will from your soul, and the magnetic force from your presence. The universe, a system of perfect justice and elegant order, was meticulously designed to lavish its rewards upon those who demonstrate a deep, profound respect for its deepest laws. You must remember the sacred covenant of energy. It can never be destroyed. It can only be gloriously, alchemically transformed. When a man makes the conscious choice to retain, he is engaging in the deepest form of spiritual alchemy, transmuting that raw, turbulent, animal energy into the radiant, unfading spiritual gold that illuminates his path. Watch as his mind sharpens into a diamond point, cutting through the haze of modern distraction. Feel the depth of his presence as it settles, a quiet, immovable mountain in any room. His very soul begins to vibrate at a frequency that is no longer earthly but celestial, a clear, high note in a world of discord. This is the hidden reason people are drawn to him, why they linger in his orbit. It has nothing to do with the superficialities of his appearance or his garments. It is the undeniable, powerful presence of his energy, an invisible force that simply commands the room. Every single time you summon the immense will to resist temptation, you are performing an act of cosmic significance. You are actively, powerfully aligning yourself with the magnificent, irresistible flow of universal power. You are sending an unmistakable message to the cosmos. I am not a slave to the fleeting whispers of my impulses. I am the undisputed master of this precious vessel. And the universe, vast and attentive, registers this declaration with immediate, profound respect. It begins, subtly at first, to shape opportunities around your newly ordered energy. Your inner voice, your intuition, becomes a laser beam of knowing. Coincidences, like tiny miracles, start to align seamlessly in your favor. Your entire inner world transforms into a powerful, inexorable magnet for the very success, peace, and abundance you seek. When you cease the careless release, the vital energy that once rushed out of your body begins its glorious, unstoppable ascent. It travels up the core of your being, your spine, feeding and revitalizing your entire nervous system, illuminating the dark, forgotten corners of your mind, and gently, deliberately, unlocking dormant centers of power that have lain silent within you for a lifetime. This is not a charming fantasy. It is the most fundamental, oldest spiritual science, a knowledge held close to the heart by the sages of the past. The glorious Egyptians, with their pyramids and mysticism, whispered of the divine ascent. The dedicated yogis of India, with their profound stillness, practiced brahmacharya. The wise Taoists, masters of internal flow, revered I Ching, transformation. Different names, different languages, but the same sacred, immutable truth. The seed is a sacred vessel of power. Yet, in our cacophonous modern landscape, this vital, sacred knowledge has been deliberately buried beneath mountains of endless distractions, the corrosive lure of instant gratification, and a relentless, subtle psychological warfare. Men have been systematically programmed to seek constant, immediate release, to willingly drown themselves in the shallow waters of desire, tragically mistaking a momentary, hollow pleasure for genuine, lasting peace. And in this tragic indulgence, they have become shadows of their potential, weakened physically, clouded mentally, and dimmed spiritually. The blazing fire that once defined the masculine spirit has been reduced to a flickering ember by ceaseless indulgence. Retention is not merely abstaining, it is an awakening. It is the most powerful, deliberate act of reclaiming your divine birthright to a life of power and purpose. The very moment you make the profound decision to retain, the entire universe feels it. The subtle, invisible threads of reality are immediately woven. You may not see the grand shift at first, but the quiet, deep changes begin to occur within your core. The pervasive fog in your mind starts to gently lift. The crushing heaviness in your chest begins to dissolve like mist in the sun. You begin to walk with a more grounded purpose. Your voice gains a new, resonant texture. Your thoughts become deliberate and clear. You start to radiate an indefinable, pure, irresistible energy. This is simply because retention has finally realigned you with the natural, perfect order of all existence. Every creature on this planet acts purely from unthinking instinct. But man, you were given the extraordinary power to channel that primal instinct into creation, to transform raw, churning desire into crystalline vision, to take lust and refine it into unwavering love, purposeful power, and a defined mission. This is the line, clear and sharp, that separates the man from the beast. When you squander your energy, you willingly fall back into that lower, animal state. But when you masterfully transmute it, you ascend. You reconnect with the supreme, divine mind that orchestrates all creation. This is why the universe pours its endless blessings upon the man who does not release. Because he is now in perfect, majestic harmony with the very principle of creation itself. He holds within his being the very same force from which stars are born, galaxies spiral into being, and life itself emerges. When that power is not thoughtlessly squandered, but consciously contained and directed, it begins to fundamentally shape the outer world, to perfectly reflect his powerful inner state. Suddenly, life flows with a different rhythm. People treat him with a sudden, unspoken respect. Random, powerful opportunities appear exactly when they are needed. It is as if an invisible, guiding hand of the universe has taken up residence, guiding his steps forward. But make no mistake, the universe does not bless men who merely try to retain. It blesses those who hold a burning, absolute understanding of why they retain. Because when your why is flimsy, weak, or unclear, the smallest temptation will always, effortlessly win. But when your why burns like a holy fire deep within your gut, even the most seductive, dazzling illusion cannot pull you away from your path. The universe rewards conviction, not confusion or tentative effort. Every grueling test you face during retention is not a punishment, but a divine purification. Every rising urge is an urgent invitation to rise higher. Every temptation is the universe softly asking, are you truly ready for the next level of power? And if you consistently choose mastery over the fleeting, momentary pleasure, you ascend. You move to an entirely new, higher vibrational level where unstoppable abundance, fierce strength, crystalline clarity, and deep peace become your simple, profound, natural state. This is the most powerful secret, hidden masterfully in plain sight. The energy you have been unknowingly giving away your entire life is the exact currency the universe uses to manifest reality. You are a co-creator, but how can you possibly create when your power leaks with every indulgence? How can you expect to command the vast forces of energy when you cannot even command the stillness of your own mind and body? When you begin to retain, your most ambitious dreams grow sharper, more vivid, more real. Your very thoughts gain weight and substance. Your spoken words begin to carry a profound energy that affects those who hear them. You no longer feel the desperate need to chase things. Instead, they begin, inexplicably, to come to you. This is because you are no longer fragmented. You have become gloriously whole. The powerful, creative energy that once left your body now steadily builds within you, creating an unstoppable internal pressure that forcefully propels you toward your highest destiny. And the universe, functioning as the ultimate, perfect mirror, begins to reflect that power back to you in the form of endless, tangible blessings. A mind that is profoundly calm, an energy that is fiercely magnetic, a mental clarity that feels supernatural, a deeper, undeniable sense of purpose. This is not the result of blind coincidence. It is universal law in powerful action. When you finally stop wasting the sacred power within you, you instantly begin attracting the divine into your life. When you embark on this journey of sacred retention, you are doing far more than simply changing a small habit. You are fundamentally shifting your entire energetic frequency. The universe is not physical first, it is energetic first. Everything you perceive, everything you deeply feel, and absolutely everything you successfully attract begins in the invisible, subtle realm of energy. And your seed, your very life force, is the purest, most dense, and most intensely concentrated form of that energy you possess on this earth. When a man releases this power carelessly, he is not just losing a fleeting moment of strength. He is actively sending away his creative fire, his life's profound blueprint, the sacred code that connects him instantly to the divine source. And when that energy departs, it takes a piece of your inherent vitality, your razor-sharp focus, and your essential spiritual connection with it. This is the heartbreaking truth behind why most men feel profoundly drained, lazy, and deeply lost after a release, because energetically, they have immediately lowered their vibration to the dust. But the man who learns to hold, to master, and to transmute this energy becomes an effortless magnet for abundance. Why does this happen? Because the universe operates by the simple rule of vibration. You do not attract merely what you want. You attract what you are. When your energy is scattered and low, you pull in confusion, chaos, and debilitating weakness. When your energy is conserved and high, you effortlessly pull in clarity, powerful opportunity, and unshakable strength. Retention is the silent, sacred bridge between the messy physical and the elegant spiritual realms. It connects you directly with the subtle, profound intelligence of the cosmos. The more completely you conserve this foundational energy, the higher your vibration becomes. The higher your vibration soars, the more perfectly aligned you are with the universal flow. And the universe rewards alignment with effortless grace. This is why, during periods of deep retention, you begin to notice what seem like small miracles. Random people you encounter start treating you with unsolicited respect. You start receiving powerful compliments entirely out of nowhere. Opportunities that were once mysteriously blocked suddenly begin to swing wide open. You walk through life with an effortless, internal rhythm, a quiet, unwavering confidence that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. But here is the deeper realization most men miss. The universe doesn't simply bless you because you are retaining. It blesses you because you have stepped fully and powerfully into your true masculine nature. True masculinity is not a loud display of aggression, empty dominance, or fragile ego. It is about supreme control, boundless creation, and unwavering presence. When a man controls his foundational energy, he instantly becomes a creator. He no longer desperately chases, he effortlessly attracts. He no longer begs, he quietly commands. His internal energy becomes ordered and pure, and therefore, his external reality follows that same majestic order. This is divine masculinity in its purest, unadulterated form, not the false, shallow imitation society promotes, but the real essence that ancient kings, sages, and warriors embodied. They all understood that sexual energy, when absolutely mastered, transforms into a weapon of light. It is the essential building block that builds kingdoms, inspires nations, and forges an unbreakable willpower. You must understand, the seed a man holds is not ordinary biological material. It is the condensed energy of the cosmos. Every single release is an act of creation, whether physical or spiritual. When you release it unconsciously, you are giving away your creative fire for absolutely nothing. But when you hold it with deep reverence, the energy begins its miraculous transformation. From base lust to laser-like focus, from chaotic desire to unstoppable drive, from internal chaos to pure creation. This is why men who are serious about retention begin to feel something truly mystical stirring within them. Their eyes grow perceptibly brighter. Their aura thickens with a dense, visible vitality. Their voice gains a profound, resonant depth. This is not some parlor trick. It is the observable science of energy transformation. Your very body becomes the most sophisticated laboratory of alchemy. The white-hot fire once wasted in low fleeting desires begins its steady, purposeful rise, forcefully awakening your deepest inner power. You start to feel emotions you never fully processed before. Pure passion, surging creativity, unbridled love, even righteous anger. But now, instead of being a helpless slave to these forces, you have the dominion to channel them precisely into your mission, your art, your purpose. And this is where the truest blessing begins. The universe blesses men who do not release because they are the ones dedicated to building their internal world first. They are proving, through self-mastery, that they can handle this sacred, divine energy responsibly. This energy is sacred. It is the exact creative source that fuels stars, births, galaxies, and breathes life into existence. If you cannot control that ultimate power within you, how can you expect the universe to entrust you with the power of influence, material abundance, or destiny? The universe will test every man on this path. It whispers temptations to see if you can remain still and unmoved. It sends illusions to see if you can remain fiercely focused. It gives you desires not to destroy you, but to provide you with the necessary crucible to master yourself. Every single temptation you resist refines your soul into something harder and purer. Every single moment of self-control expands the horizons of your consciousness. And every day you remain disciplined, the universe, with an audible click, opens a new, higher door in your path. Your energy is the password to your reality. Retention fundamentally changes that password. You are no longer vibrating on the same chaotic frequency as the distracted, anxious masses. You ascend to a level where divine order begins to effortlessly guide your every step. You will start to notice you are always at the right place at the right time. You will meet exactly the right people who carry the messages you desperately needed to hear. You will find yourself mysteriously protected from situations that would have derailed your progress completely. This is not just luck. This is the universe working with you instead of against you. It is not superstition. It is resonance. When you conserve and hold your life force, you are actively resonating with the creative current of existence itself. And that magnificent current rewards its own reflection with immediate, effortless blessings. The man who retains and masterfully transmutes becomes an undisputed co-creator with the universe. His mind is no longer consumed by the fleeting static of lust, so it becomes a clear, perfect mirror through which brilliant, divine ideas can flow without distortion. His body is no longer tired or weak, so he has the force to act immediately upon those ideas. His spirit is no longer restless, so he walks through life with an absolute, profound peace. That peace is the undeniable mark of divine favor. Because when you perfectly align your energy with the universe, there is no more debilitating resistance left. Everything you truly desire begins to chase you because you have become a perfect, worthy vessel of the same energy that creates worlds. And yet, this is never about ego. The universe does not bless the proud, it blesses the pure of heart. The man who retains out of a base desire to dominate others will inevitably fall. The man who retains out of a sacred desire to master himself will undeniably rise. Retention is sacred only when it is done with reverence, profound humility, and a burning, selfless purpose. You must fundamentally understand that you are not keeping your seed to starve your body, but to eternally feed your soul. You are not withholding out of fear or weakness, but out of the deepest, oldest wisdom. Because once you grasp the true nature of what you hold, you will treat it as it deserves, as divine. This is the exact moment where your entire life begins, its unstoppable transformation. Not solely because of your willpower, but because the universe begins to cooperate with you in a perfect, supportive partnership. Your mind becomes sharper than any blade. Your emotions become profoundly calmer. Your intuition rings out clearer and stronger. You begin to receive an inner guidance, a subtle, undeniable voice that tells you precisely when to move, when to wait, and when to act with full force. That is the universe speaking directly through you. And every time you obey that pure voice, instead of your chaotic impulses, the blessings multiply exponentially. When you hold your seed, you are literally holding your full potential. But when you deliberately direct that energy upward through dedicated action, fierce discipline, and a profound purpose, you begin to radiate pure power. The world feels it. People sense it in the air around you, even before you utter a single word. Your presence begins to fundamentally shift the air around you. That's not an exaggeration. That's simply frequency. Retention fundamentally transforms your energetic signature, and absolutely everything in this magnificent universe is a direct response to energy. The same way a radio must perfectly tune into a certain frequency to catch a crystal clear signal. Your high vibration tunes into the perfect opportunities, people, and events that exactly match your level. Most men live on low, murky frequencies: lust, distraction, grinding anxiety, and paralyzing fear. The man who retains climbs to a higher frequency, unwavering purpose, absolute focus, and endless creation. The difference between the two is the difference between chaotic, grating noise and effortless, perfect music. The universe is a symphony of music. When you master retention, you begin to play in perfect harmony with that universal song. You are no longer a lost, out-of-tuned instrument. You become a vital, powerful part of the grand orchestra. And this is why blessings begin to appear effortlessly. You no longer have to struggle and fight for things. You simply magnetize them. Money begins to flow not because you are desperately chasing it, but because you have fundamentally raised your own value to the cosmos. The universe always pays the highest price to men who guard their energy, because energy is the ultimate currency. You will notice your best ideas suddenly start working. Your simple, spoken words start carrying profound weight. People begin to trust you implicitly, follow your guidance, and listen to your counsel. Not because you loudly demand their respect, but because your perfectly ordered energy commands it naturally. This is the greatest blessing that cannot be bought: divine authority. Every great man who ever walked this earth possessed it. Not all of them called it retention, but every single one practiced energy mastery. They understood that creative power, when saved and consciously redirected, becomes the single, most unstoppable force that shapes destiny itself. Your seed is not intended for careless waste. It is intended for building empires, for raising consciousness, and for manifesting undeniable greatness. When you masterfully transmute it into higher pursuits or chosen craft, your defined mission, your relentless spiritual growth, you are fulfilling the highest law of creation. Energy must evolve. That is why the universe blesses men who do not release unconsciously, because they are co-evolving with it. They are no longer pathetic slaves to impulse. They are powerful allies of divine order. They are the warriors of light, the conscious protectors of energy, and the dedicated builders of lasting legacy. And make no mistake, the temptations will never fully vanish. The universe will keep testing your conviction. The world will whisper, just one time. Screens will flash, and desires will rise up in your gut. But if you can simply smile, take a deep breath, and stay completely unmoved, you have already won the deepest battle. Because every single act of restraint exponentially expands your power. Every single temptation you overcome relentlessly polishes your inner diamond until it shines with pure light. Soon, you will notice something profoundly liberating. The things that once utterly ruled you no longer even have the power to move you. You will see profound beauty, but it will be without lust. You will feel desire, but you will possess absolute dominion. You will feel passion, but it will be entirely under your command. That is the profound moment you know you are free. Real freedom is not the absence of desire. It is the absolute mastery of it. And the man who masters desire becomes, by definition, unstoppable. His mind is clear, his will is pure and unbending, and his energy flows without a single leakage. The universe can finally and completely trust him with more responsibility, more wisdom, more influence, and more raw power. Because the ultimate truth is, the universe does not bestow its blessings randomly, it gives them through responsibility. When you learn to perfectly control your lower energy, you'll prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you are ready for the higher energy. You'll become the kind of man who can handle grand vision, powerful leadership, and profound destiny without being destroyed by the weight of it. That is why the most ancient civilizations so deeply revered this discipline. From the yogis to the noble samurai, from the great philosophers to the ancient prophets, every single path of true mastery began with the meticulous control of sexual energy. They all understood that if you cannot rule the small kingdom of yourself, you cannot rule anything else that life presents. In this sacred retention, you do not lose pleasure. You rediscover it in its most profound form. You begin to deeply taste the deeper, richer joy of simple existence. You find genuine peace in profound silence. You feel electrifying excitement in steady, daily growth. You finally experience the true, quiet power in calmness. The intense thrill that once came from fleeting lust now comes from creation, from watching your life relentlessly elevate through the deliberate effort of your own two hands. You will feel your intuition sharpen into a fine point. Decisions become effortlessly easier. You will instantly sense who is good for you and who is a dream. You start cutting away distractions without a second thought. This is not simple luck. It is awakened awareness. Retention awakens the inner eyes that most men have permanently shut. You begin to see reality as it truly is, not as your chaotic impulses paint it. And in that profound clarity, the blessings multiply endlessly. Because now, you are perfectly aligned with divine order. You are moving in a perfect rhythm with life, not violently against it. You are not fighting the current. You are riding it with grace. Imagine this vision, your mind a laser focused, your body vibrant, strong, and deeply alive, your eyes calm, fearless, and brimming with light, your aura fiercely magnetic, your presence absolutely unshakable. That is not a hopeful fantasy. That is the real you, buried deep beneath years of carelessly wasted energy. That is the man the universe always wanted you to become. And all it requires is the fierce courage to stop releasing your magnificent power for nothing. Because the very moment you stop, the unstoppable shift begins. The fog lifts. The relentless hunger to improve roars back to life. The masculine flame inside you lights up the entire world. You begin to profoundly remember who you were before addiction, before weakness, before lust clouded your every thought. That primal memory is your destiny, calling out to you. And the universe responds with all its force when you finally answer. So hold your energy, protect it like the most irreplaceable treasure, respect it like a sacred fire, use it to build, to love, to serve, and to relentlessly rise. Because the universe bestows its highest blessings upon those who honor their divine power. And the man who keeps his seed, keeps his soul. Would you like me to elaborate on the three ancient pillars mentioned in the script? The divine ascent brahmacharya and Jing transformation, to deepen the understanding of this energetic process. In 3 pillars, I will make my next video first. That topic, maximum comments. If you took a single ounce of value from this video, here's your next step. Like this video so we can reach more people. and subscribe to lock in your spot for our next level up session. You absolutely cannot miss what's coming next week.